Okay, hello everyone and welcome to a Let's Play of Stellaris. Let me just adjust this. Okay, how's the stream going? All good. So, let me just shut this door. Now, Stellaris is a 4X space strategy game, and it is probably one of my favorite games at the moment. I've sunk, what? I'm just looking at the Steam. 413 hours in it. Wow. And it's a Paradox game. So, being a Friday night, I thought I'd relax, have a coffee, and start a new Stellaris game. So we've got a new game. Now, you've got all the different races that you can pick here, and it's a unique game. It's kind of... It's about to get... The new update will completely change the whole planet structure of the civilization, the population, and add a lot of complexity into the economy, into the trade, so that's good. So you can play the United Nations of Earth and their representative democracy, or Commonwealth of Man, and they're kind of evil Earth, essentially. Authoritarian, militaristic civilization that's spawned from a colony ship that was sent away in the 21st century. So I like playing with them. You can play either, peaceful or more militaristic. You've got the Earth custodian ship. Now these are robots, artificial intelligence, machine intelligence. The premise behind these guys is that we've built all these robots and they've decided to take over for us and to take care of us, and they've got some of the humans still on the planet that they have to take care of, and they will go out through the galaxy and conquer other planets and want to take care of these other species. So that's quite, a different way to play as well. You've got these ones. These are a rogue defense system. They're eliminators. So they will go and eliminate other species, so they can't have any diplomacy and all these things, and pretty much they just go and attack. And you've got a few other aliens as well, and different civilizations, reptilians. We can even create our own. So just have a look at, these are all the different types of aliens that you can make. Plant-based aliens, fungal aliens. So it's all pretty good. So I'm going to edit the Commonwealth of Man, and I will change... Yep, we'll keep all this the same. Change the government. I'll keep all this. I just want to change one aspect of it, the naming system. Here we go, name list. So you can have human, Commonwealth of Man, SPRQ. So I like this one where it's themed on the Roman Empire. So I'll leave that all the same. So, here we go. I'm going to play on a medium galaxy with 4 spirals. How many AIs? We'll go 11. Oh, we'll max it out. We'll go 18. Oh. No, we'll do 12. Fallen Empires 3. Now, the Fallen Empires, they are like the Vorlons, or the Shadows, essentially, in Babylon, if you know that. They're like ancient empires that have risen up millennia ago, and now they've just stagnated. But they can arise, they can awaken again, and there can be this huge battle and all these things happening across the galaxy. And one thing this game does really well is, at the end game, it has... when you're kind of unstoppable, you'll have maybe an AI rebellion and all these AI bots create like a Cylon empire, or you'll have aliens invade from another dimension, or an extragalactic invasion. Oh boy. So I hope you've all had a good week. So, Commonwealth of Man. More than a century has passed since the great ark ship Chrysanthemum carried 250,000 of our ancestors from distant Earth to the garden world which we've come to know as Unity. After a long and perilous journey, the colonists rejoiced when they first saw sunlight again, albeit from a foreign star. The early years were difficult. Citizen militias were formed to fight off the lethal alien wildlife that we found ourselves sharing our new home with, and cultivating the terrestrial crops that had been brought proved harder than imagined. Yet for each challenge overcome, we became stronger. Once this new world had been tamed, our numbers grew exponentially. The last few decades have seen great leaps in technology, and we are now finally ready to reach out and reclaim the stars from whence we came. Okay, let's begin. So, I'm playing as the Commonwealth of Man, and this is their home planet, Unity. It's a moon orbiting a gas giant. You can see here we've got a few things on the planet. And we'll zoom out to the entire galaxy map at the moment. And here we go. You can see here, so this is the galaxy and we're in this corner here. Now Earth may spawn and may be in the galaxy as well. So we'll go here into Deneb. Now I want to start with physics, and I'll go for the physics lab. And I want to get new Unity. Unity you can use to upgrade and get more tech. And engineering facility. Okay. Now I have my science ship here. And it's our home system's been surveyed. Now I'm going to survey these systems. So you can't travel into a system with your military fleet until you've explored it, and you can't do anything in it until you've surveyed it. So I want to survey these ones here, because I want to... Oh, actually, I'll survey here first, here and here, because I want to get these 2 points so I can kind of claim this area of the galaxy, because I need to capture the stars. Okay, now I'll zoom in here. My construction ship, I'm going to build, I want some more resources, so I'll build one there. There. And let's get it going. Let's speed up. Okay, we have found no traces of the 4 arc ships that passed through the wormhole before the Chrysanthemum arrived in Unity. One ship, the Hyacintha, was scheduled to make the passage after us, and the Chrysanthemum's long-range sensors reported a brief energy spike from the wormhole shortly before it destabilized and vanished. Assuming the Hyacinth survived the passage and made it to our galactic neighborhood, the Ark ship has so far failed to establish contact with us. It might be a good idea to search for nearby stars. So this is a mission. So I'm going to go, yep, make it so.
Log updated. Situation
Let's have a look at our situation log, and I can track them on the map. So I need to look at these systems here. Okay, that's fine. So our construction ship is building, very good, and our science ship has traveled to this system and it's scanning the first planet. Okay, so nothing we can really do on that one.
System survey complete.
Okay.
System survey complete.
That system's been finished, and it's discovered alien life.
Construction complete.
My mining station's finished.
Complete.
So the CNS Calliopas has made a startling finding on with Brali 2. The planet is teeming with alien life forms. For the first time in history, we've encountered life forms that did not originate on Unity. And what surprises me is that, you know, they're humans from Earth and they discovered life on another planet. Anyway, has silenced those who believe we were alone in the universe, yeah. Okay, so now I've got my colony ship, my engineering ship, and they've found a habitable planet, so I'm gonna build a research station on Tumbleweed. Commonwealth of Man is abuzz with news of the alien life form found by yada yada yada. While hardly intelligent by human standards, the fascinating beings defy easy classification and hint at the immense complexities and possibilities of the universe.
Anomaly found.
Okay, here we found an anomaly. And you can research this. It's kind of like a special, like an episode of Star Trek or a mission or something happens. Now, it's really challenging, and my scientist hasn't leveled up, so I'm just going to leave it be for now and look at it later.
Construction complete.
Okay, so now my construction ship has built all the buildings in this, or the orbital structures in Deneb, and I need to decide if I'm going to move here and claim this system, because when I claim it, it'll increase my unity. And these are like power-ups that you get. So let's see, what can I build here? I'll build that monument. That'll get me 2 unity. Just wait there for now. Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond unity were not motivated solely by curiosity or desire to conquer the unknown, or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of unity has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that unity may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event. Wow. That cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided for unity and the human race. It falls to you as Grand Marshal of the Commonwealth of Man to ensure that this expedition is carried out. Consult the situation logs for details. Wow, that's
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Wow, okay, so I've got to visit all these systems. So I've never seen that mission before. That's pretty cool. So I might try and build another science ship and send them there.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Let's see if I can do that. What did I build? Okay, so let's take a hit to an economy to increase my unity. Let's go to my shipyard. I'll build another science ship. And I'll make this... There we go. I'll make this issue.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Now a few things have happened. I've got my science ship. I'm going to recruit a scientist for it. And this one is, they research anomalies quicker. So I'm going to send her down here to survey this system. Now I've also got enough traditions or unity to get a new tradition. And these are all the ones I can pick. I can go prosperity, and picking that, my shipyard build cost and building costs will reduce by 15%. I can go here and pick my discovery. Anomaly discovery chance increases by 20%. I might do that one actually. I can do expansion, colonial development speed, supremacy. I'm going to go discovery. And I might try and do a tall play this time. Just not expand too far. Spilling my coffee here. What's this? Nope. Someone will be angry if I use that. Okay, one of my leaders has leveled up. That's fantastic.
System survey complete. System survey complete.
The CNS Calliopas has managed to isolate a residual ion trail in the Aldranal system that is identical to that was produced by the chrysanthemum's ancients. It must be... Okay, fantastic. Although the faint ion trail is over a century old, science officer Tatia Vinicius has managed to track it on the outbound trajectory towards a previously uncharted star. We've established its coordinates into the situation log. Fantastic. So we've found that the location for this guy, this ship, which is in there. So I need to choose, I think. What? Why is there no route? Yes, there is. Okay, good. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We've located the Hyacinth. The great arc ship is parked in a stable orbit over Hemtrust 3. No power signatures have been detected from within its hull, and we're not picking up any distress beacons. An armed boarding party should be sent to investigate the ship's interior.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
Okay, let's research that project. As this other science ship going, it's surveying that system. Well, it's kind of done. I'm going to fly down there and get that planet. Because these mass extinction things I want to get. I've never seen that one before, so I'll rush for that one.
Special project.
Okay.
Special project.
A boarding party has returned from the Hyacinth with a gruesome report. Human remains in amounts consistent with the Ark ship's entire complement of 250,000 colonists were found on board. Most seemed to have died from starvation, but there were also signs of small arms fire and cannibalism. We are able to recover the captain's log from the archives on the Hyacinth's bridge. Bring it up. Okay, no video feed. Log 1. After 2 months out of Earth and proceeding on course, things have gone smoothly so far. The colonists are fast asleep, and Dr. Kolberg has reported strong vitals across the board. Our journey has taken us beyond the outer planets, and we are now approaching the Oort cloud. We will soon reach the subspace phenomenon, that this supposed wormhole that the other Ark ships have already entered. I have made my reservations about wormhole travel known in previous log entries, but we'll know if it works soon enough. Well, we actually made it. Astrogation is still working on getting a fix of our position, but judging by the stars outside, I think it's a safe bet to say we're not in Kansas anymore. Unfortunately, the Hyacinth suffered a major engineering casualty that resulted in a complete loss of power, and we're currently running on batteries. Colbert has informed me that we may need to wake up the colonists. I'm on my way down to engineering now to see why Maggie is taking her sweet time getting the reactor up and running again. Hopefully we can get underway soon and begin our search for the chrysanthemum's colonists. The situation has gone from bad to worse. There's no longer any realistic hope of restarting the reactor, and the last of the Hyacinth's power reserves was spent in our attempts to reach this misbegotten system. We'd hoped to find some place habitable to settle her down, but no such luck. We've got enough juice in the batteries to keep life support going for a few years, but with 250,000 colonists up and about, the Hyacinth's food supplies won't last the month. I've called a meeting with all department heads. We need to come up with some sort of plan. This will likely be my final log. The bridge crew is either dead or missing, and a group of colonists are trying to force their way into the bridge as I speak. Our main food supplies ran out weeks ago, and there are reports of cannibalism. I've kept a small stash of food for the crew to keep the old girl running a little while longer, hoping for some kind of miracle, I guess. When the surviving colonists found out, they threw the door. Back down, damn you. Keep your distance. I'm the captain of this ship. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let you butcher me like, ah. Okay. So we now have a pretty clear picture of the grim fate that befell the colonists. Had circumstances been different, it may very well have been the chrysanthemum drifting about Hamtaris 3 like a silent tomb, a sobering reminder of the dangers humanity is faced with in a cold and uncaring universe. The hyacinth will now be towed into lower orbit of Unity and converted into a museum as soon as the human remains have been cleared out. Despite its tragic history, the Ark ship is almost identical to the one that brought our ancestors here from Earth, and as sociologists could learn much from it. So I got 120, society research out of this, and we learned a bit of a history from our other ship. What a fate. Okay, so let's go. So the lore in this game is a lot of fun. And we'll go to this system here and survey it. Let's see how Unity is going. And I'm going to build another science ship. So I'm going to try something a bit different this time. We'll see how it goes. I may die entirely.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Can I recruit a scientist for 100? No, I cannot. So I'm going to okay. I'm gonna move that person there. Okay, noxious planet. Allegedly, this planet's flora and fauna choked on their own poisonous emissions, likely helped along by the release of reactive gases from beneath the planet's crust. A special project has been issued to investigate this matter.
Situation log updated. Situation log updated.
So where is the special project? Okay, let's research that project now. How's my Unity going? Oh good, we'll get another one in 1 month. Mass extinction broken planet. Our astronomers are confident that the asteroid belt in this system was once a habitable planet, torn asunder by unknown forces. A special project has been issued to study one of the major asteroids in the belt.
Situation log updated.
Okay, very cool. So I will
Updated.
research this project. Now, I've got another tradition, and when I fill up the tradition, I can get an ascension perk. So I'm gonna just dump it all into discovery. Now I can do two. I can research alternative increased by 1, or my survey speed increases by 35%. And science ship disengagement chance increases by 50%. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, habitable world survey. So this pop-up wants us to survey habitable worlds. The more we survey, the better we get. So yes, I'm going to do that.
Situation log updated. Situation
Fantastic.
log updated.
It's researching that one. And once we have 200,
Special project.
Oh, here we go.
Special
We've completed the
project.
special project for the mass extinction of the toxic world. The cracks in the planet crust, first presumed to be the results of significant tectonic activity, are actually the lasting marks of impossibly large roots burrowing through the Earth. At some point in the distant past, a freak mutation, possibly deliberately induced by sapient beings, though it is unlikely they could have predicted the results, caused the native plant life to grow out of control. Many of the plants reproduced through pollination, with countless gametes carried by currents through the lower atmosphere. While the process was originally only caused for mild irritation, the exponential increase in atmosphere-borne particles effectively choked the life out of all animals on the planet in a matter of months. Let's not do that on our planet, eh? Okay, so let's try and get here. So we'll just explore that system. Okay, got 200. Let's get another scientist. Now each one of these, see they've got little perks. Go with this dude. Get some gender balance here in our scientists, eh? I want to get to these. You know what? I'm just going to survey that system. I want to get to these events and before another alien empire gets in there. Okay. So we've achieved a lot today. We've got the engineering 1, fantastic. We've got the Unity 2, fantastic. And we can... So let's research engineering, and I'm going to go coil gun or weapons. And this one here, I'll upgrade my Unity sites. Now, the mass extinction asteroid. The asteroid is actually a chunk of what was once a habitable and probably inhabited planet. Regular but overlapping fractal patterns indicate that the planet demolition was intentional and controlled, if somewhat rushed. All signs point to this planet being the homeworld of whatever species destroyed it. We may never know what drove them to consider planetary annihilation to be the lesser evil, and perhaps we should be grateful for that. Okay, so let's now survey that system. Got another scientist leveling up. Okay, then I can upgrade this one to an engineering facility. I will do that. 2 more people leveling up. And I'm going to build 3 more ships, because you usually get an event that pops soon with a pirate ship attacking you. So I'll just get some ships there just to protect me from that.
Scientific breakthrough.
Okay, we've got Physics Lab 1. Now here I can automate my exploration. I'm going to do that, because these are all random too, by the way. I can increase my I'll go research speed increase, because you know, exploration
Construction complete.
isn't that hard at the moment. Okay, we've built those ships. That's good. Let's have a look at my planet. Are we still growing? Yep, we're growing.
Construction complete. Construction
Built. Good. Okay.
Initiating tactical.
Okay.
Tactical.
Hostile alien menace. Interesting. Worrying. Okay, now these are bad guys. So I'm gonna make sure he doesn't evade. Where do I want to go? Okay. So I'm gonna try and dodge him. Let's see how that goes. Because once you discover any alien species, you can't communicate them. You don't even know who they are. You actually need to research it. So you can see here an alien space station. I know who these guys are. They're like mining droids. And their strength is 969. My fleet here is only 242. Okay, where are these guys going? I'm only going to control one of these fleets at the moment. Okay, good. So my fleet has made it, and I'm going to explore that system. Whoa! Another hostile. Ooh, alpha bogies. What are these? What are these? Looks like another mining one. Okay, the mining ones are good. You get, like, when you attack them, you can get bonuses and weapons and things like this, and resources eventually. But there's no way I can take them on at the moment. Ooh. Okay. The mass extinction chili planet. This planet of interest in this system is covered in layer upon layer of dense ices of varying composition. Apparently it was once home to more varied and pleasant biomes. A special project has been issued to investigate this possibility. Okay. Let's investigate it. And I've got another... Because I'm not expanding at all, I've got another Ascension perk, or Unity perk, a Tradition. So, allows... I can have my ships do research. And I'm gonna go down this one so I can get the one down the bottom, where every time I get a discovery I'll get more Unity. So it kind of snowballs. Okay. They originally didn't have this type of galaxy in the game with regards to the jump lanes. You'd have like the Star Trek warp drive, you'd have what was it, Babylon 5 jump gates. And the problem is it didn't really work for strategy. You couldn't build defensive points or choke off part of the galaxy. People would just build a jump gate and jump right behind you and just attack you. That's what I used to do. Here we go, mass extinction burn planet. One of the planets orbiting this star bears the still open wounds of some past calamity. Its surface is a rolling sea of half-melted minerals, boiling into a superheated atmosphere. But human astronomers claim that it may have once supported life. A special project has been issued. Wow. So, let's research it. Let's have a look.
Special project complete.
Mass extinction frozen. An unnatural shift in the atmosphere's chemical makeup resulted in the slow but irreversible onset of an ice age. One that began before the formation of the Commonwealth of Man and is likely to persist long after our passing. The exact cause remains unknown, but probable explanations include failed terraforming attempts or even interplanetary terrorism. Some of the more radical elements within the scientific community of Unity suggest that the dramatic climate shift may have been brought on by the unchecked emissions of gaseous industrial byproducts into the atmosphere. This view is confirmed by the scientific fringe. It is unlikely that any race intelligent enough to achieve full industrialization will be stupid enough to accidentally wipe themselves out. I wonder what the hidden meaning of that is. Okay, we'll survey that system and we'll explore that system. Okay, here we go.
Special project complete.
The unfortunate fate of the planet can be laid squarely at the feet of cosmic whims. Some gravitational disturbance, after eyeing the system with some suspicion, a scientist named a transient space-time anomaly as the likely culprit, forced the planet from its natural orbit into one much closer to the Sun. Although the planet is slowly spiraling out towards its original orbit, it has been cooling in the residual heat of the star ever since, cooking. Which is funny because it's actually orbiting this, so has the gas giant pulled in? Anyway. Okay, so now we survey the system. I've got one more to do, so it's interesting to see what happens, if anything happens.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we found an anomaly. Oh, we found two things. One of the small moonlets orbiting this gas giant has been identified as a promising mining site. Okay, let's research it because it's routine. It'll take me 120 days. The Cybrex. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on I'm going to call that 01. Incredibly, this civilization, which apparently referred to itself as the Cybrex, seems to have been made up of machines that were linked together in some sort of collective consciousness. The age of the artifacts indicate they were active some 600,000 years ago, in this portion of the galaxy at least, but we have learned nothing of their exact origins. According to a partial data fragment that a scientist managed to extract from one of the artifacts, the Cybrex at some point launched a crusade to destroy all sapient organic life in the galaxy for reasons unknown. Okay, so this is now a chain event, so I can follow this mission and discover where their home planet is. I think they're still alive, actually. You can discover them. We'll see. But I need to find all the artifacts. Now we're going for their Unity. Good, 25 months. Desolate planet, mass extinction. Okay. 1 1 research that project. Another scientist has leveled up. Okay. More detailed scan of one of the many natural satellites orbiting the gas giant, an O1, has revealed a deposit of precious metals and minerals that was overlooked in the initial survey. Although the moon is very small, it has a stable orbit around its prime... oh wait, that's the same planet and this is contradicting anyway. Where are the minerals? Oh, 3. So what they'll do is they'll survey the planets, and then I need to get another science ship to survey this area here, but I don't quite have enough money.
Special project.
Okay.
Special
Life on the now barren world was sadly doomed from the start. As if by some cruel stellar conspiracy, the dominant species on the planet barely had time to awaken to sapience and invent agriculture before, through unfortunate geological mechanisms, the Earth started turning sour. Samples from lower soil strata and the fossilized remains of the creatures that once roamed the planet showed that several vital minerals needed to rejuvenate the soil ended up, through their largely agricultural diet, in the exoskeletons of the native beings. Their bones were prone to fossilize rather than decay, and their very existence exhausted the fragile ecosystem they inhabited, leaving it permanently transformed in the wake of their passing. Okay, so we've completed the mass extinction chain. So, while the research expedition often yielded unexpected results, human scientists now have access to an unprecedented wealth of data from which to accurately model the future of Unity. Initial reports suggest that Unity will be in no real danger for at least a dozen generations, save from freak cosmic events or the violent collapse of the Commonwealth of Man. So what else can be learned from these planets? The human people should be put at ease. So now I've got 2 options. I can gain 144 physics and 120 research, or 80 influence and 147 unity. Now, if I get 147 unity, that will bump me up. So I'm just going to go the unity. Let's have a look there. Boom, look at that. Now in 3 months I get another upgrade. So,
anomaly found.
Oh, we got another anomaly. Let's research it. Okay, so now what do I do here? I'm going to survey these systems all the way back to Earth. Or sorry, Deneb. And notice I haven't encountered any other major alien civilizations. Got another Unity perk. So, I've got either my science ships can assist in research, or Polytechnic education. 25% leader experience gain. I'm going to do that because every time I want the faith in science perk. So get Unity equal to 3 months of production whenever new technology is researched. So yes, we'll do that.
Anomaly found.
Another anomaly. Let's research it. See what we get.
Anomaly found.
Another anomaly. Let's research it. Although it is difficult to accept, all indications point towards asteroid B1R-LF4 being a coprolite, a piece of fossilized feces from some kind of massive life form. It appears to be almost 1 billion years old, and much of the fossil's original organic composition has been replaced by mineral deposits. As scientists are baffled as to what kind of creature could have produced something like this. See, so now that asteroid gets a bonus perk of 3 society research. So I really need to start researching near my home system soon. Let's have a look at Unity, how we're going here. They're all going okay. I'll build actually I'm going to build a stronghold, because that will give me more Unity. What's this? The measured pounding observed from its orbit is the motion of immense and ancient geothermal extractors breathing their last, built and then abandoned at some point in the distant past. The vast batteries of disintegrating machinery have been pumping up superheated fluid from the planet's core ever since. The storage capacitors are all broken or leaking, but some energy can be siphoned off. Okay, fantastic. I just got 300 credits. Asteroid collision. A large mineral-rich asteroid collided with Oskern 3A at some point during the previous 1,000 years, in which what must have been a major impact event, an abundance of minerals can now be found on the moon's surface. So we just got a whole lot of minerals. But the problem is, where I'm doing this surveying is way too far away from my my home galaxy, well, my home planet. But you know, it's okay. I may get other perks and bonuses. It's not really a bad thing to do this exploration. It's a bit of a different style of play.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we found an anomaly that's very hard. And we'll leave it be for now, because I want this ship to start going back home. Let me just move this a bit closer.
Construction complete.
Okay, we've finished construction of our building here, and we're not getting any upgrades. So I'm going to move that person there. And I will build this here. A routine anomaly, research time 134. Why is that? Oh, because you're only a beginner. Oh, we'll do it anyway. So, are you having a good weekend, guys? Any exciting plans?
System survey.
I've had an exhausting week. I've been defitting my old office. And I'm gonna go back here by myself with nothing but a hammer. So it's been
System survey
exhausting.
System survey
Exhausting. Okay. So once again, I'm gonna move here. I'm just going to watch this system for when my planet's ships appear to make sure I don't attract anyone. Should study. A large portion of asteroid that has been hollowed out to allow for the construction of some kind of shipyard. It has been abandoned and exposed to the vacuum of space for centuries. If anything useful remained, it has already been looted by previous explorers. The design of the shipyard is unique, however, and could potentially learn from it. Okay. Oh, and we got resources.
Anomaly found.
Another anomaly here, and I'll just research it. Which is good, this levels up. Okay, now, this is going to be a problem. Yeah.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
What have we built here? Okay, I've got that. Not producing any food. And I'm going to take this guy here and increase my food production so my population can grow. And I will clear this one and build another science ship. Because I'm not really scouting at any of the planets near my own system. I'm really doing this a bit differently. Now I think it's probably best if I go here. Because otherwise I'm going to hit that planet and that fleet and attack them. They'll attack me and destroy my science ship. Or he might get away.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Anomalies discovered. Good, that's 64%. Science ship has been built. Let's research another, recruit another scientist. Fantastic. And we'll get this one, just surveying these planets here. Okay, and now this one's here, survey that one. And I'll get you to survey these ones here.
Tile blocker cleared. Tile blocker cleared.
I've cleared a tile blocker on my planet. Here we go. An aluminium plate, anodized gold, is recovered from the surface of TE-448 Everyone aboard the CS Uranus recognizes it long before analysis and database cross-reference confirms its origin. A plaque from Pioneer 11. Okay, from Pioneer 11 here. And let's see where Earth is. Okay, because then Earth should be like here maybe. Or even in this system. Or there. Because Pioneer 11 I think just left our solar system recently. And it's been going for how long? 40 years? Okay. So I'm going to survey these planets here. Because it looks like I may be able to take that system. Eventually. Hostile fleet is present. Ooh. Okay, another. You know what? No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to send you to survey this one, survey that system, and research the anomaly. And I'll turn on so you flee again, because I disabled that to kind of work around there, but that's a bit too tricky for that one.
System survey complete. System survey complete. Anomaly found. Anomaly found.
A hard anomaly.
Scientific breakthrough.
720 days. No, I'll leave it be for now. Scientific breakthrough. Okay, we've got the coil gun. Fantastic. Now I'm going to powered exoskeletons and get robots or mineral processing 2. I'll get mineral processing 2. And I'm going to go to my ship design and turn off auto generation. And I'm going to... It's been updated with coil guns already. My fleet here will... I'll upgrade.
Our ships have been made superior. Our ships have been
yes,
made
they have.
superior.
There you have. We've got coil guns now. Still nothing else.
System survey complete. System survey complete. Survey complete. System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Anomaly, research
found. Anomaly found.
Very
Anomaly
hard.
found.
We'll leave it be for now.
Scientific breakthrough achieved. Scientific
Got another breakthrough. Research speed boost 5%. Okay, that's great. That's great. And I'll go power plant 2. Yeah, fantastic. Now I've got faith in science. So every time we get science, I get more unity. So that is really good. And good, we're producing food there. Swirling shadows, immense ragged plains of shadows drift across Ojala's one's face. They're cut not by clouds but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged or rather jointed to allow for a small degree of articulation. Science officer Terria Maniculus is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Very cool, and look at that, it's got 6 research there. So what I'm going to do is...
Anomaly found.
Oh, anomaly.
Anomaly found.
Ancient... What's this? An ancient orbiting shipyard drifts in silence above this world. It suffers significant battle damage, and entire sections of the facility are missing. I'm going to research that, because I think I know what that can produce. That may get me a ship. So I'm going to build an outpost to claim this system now, because I want to start producing more scientific research. And if I can do that, then I get more unity and we can see how we can go. Welcome to my new viewer. So just playing a bit of Stellaris here. I'm doing a tall build focused on discovery with my explorer ships with the Commonwealth of Man.
Construction complete.
Okay, that's great. We've
complete.
Hang on, why won't it let me build research stations? Oh, I don't have much money. Okay, we'll just wait till we get it.
System survey complete.
The asteroid is emitting some form of radiation in controlled bursts. Is something trying to communicate with us? Where's this? Are you still... Oh no, it's there. Where's this one? Still there. Okay, good. Okay, now we've got factions, and this is interesting. You've got different, like, political factions or groups in your civilization, and they can affect, really, you know, the happiness of your people. And this is the Human Purity faction, or the Human Future Party. And what do they want? They want a human Grand Marshal, and they just want to stand alone. That's the two issues. So they don't want us to join a federation or anything, which is good. I don't mind those guys. And 6 people are there, and 6 people on the planet are part of that faction. So you can see here. Let's find someone. There we go. They're part of that faction. And depending on how spread out your people are in the galaxy, you'll get different factions and different things. That's all going to change now with the next update. So good, we've finished that survey. I'm just checking, yep. How are we going there? Let's get that. I'm going to build the research station, because I'm not going to inhabit that planet right away. Because planets and systems that you colonize increase your unity that you need to get perks, really. Automated shipyard, okay. When conducting the survey of, I'm going to call that G1, the CNS Marcianus detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to heavy missile barrage. One of its manufacturing bays is still in working order. Science officer Paulius Mercurius is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard. Okay, let's do that. Oh, I need a construction ship in orbit. Okay, I'll do that. I'll get a construction ship there and build it.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Okay. I've built that system, so I'm running low on credits, but that's okay. Leave that be for now. I'll research the project there.
System survey complete. System survey complete.
Unforce 100. I just saw your chat. Is it coming up? Oh, good, it's working. Ooh, here we go. The fumes lie thick. Planet Bintu 3 is a toxic wasteland, but our scans unveil that it has not always been so. A now extinct civilization seems to have destroyed its home planet by heavy reliance on climate-altering fuels and toxins. Okay, it's the same thing. A lone active facility, robot assembly plant, desolated and surrounded by military vehicles, so deteriorated they break upon touch. The facility is alien and mysterious, but could provide us with ample study material. A cautionary tale. I read, it's interesting with all this green stuff in this bloody game, or that I've happened to have discovered. I read a article recently about all the abandoned wind farms in America that aren't being used. Like, there's 13,000 wind towers that aren't being used in California. Like 80% of the world's wind production apparently has been abandoned. And we just think the embodied energy in these things, because people are making these decisions based on feels. You know, it feels nice. It looks pretty if you don't have to live near it. So it's all a bit, you know. Oh, let's just get cold fusion. Come on, guys, get cold fusion. What are you doing? Stop building bloody new Facebooks and get us cold fusion. I'm going to survey this one, this one. Still haven't discovered any other alien species, which is good.
Anomaly found.
Life signs have been detected coming from inside the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could it indicate the presence of some kind of biosphere? Let's research it. Oh, we found another planet, potentially habitable. Only 12, so it's a small planet. A new faction. The vanguard of the chosen. Okay, let's see what do they want. Traditional supremacy, local rival, imperial hegemony. Okay, they're fanatics. So they're not exactly happy with me because I don't have any rivals, because I haven't met any other civilizations.
Scientific breakthrough achieved. Scientific breakthrough
Okay, we've got a heritage site. Now, what am I going to do? Farm subsidies or population growth speed 10%. Farm subsidies, let's do that. And oh, we need another 80 mineral, and we'll upgrade that one. We've discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Losar 7. Massive floating creatures having evolved bodies filled with lighter than air gases follow the wind currents and feed on the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support colonies of small animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. All this just makes me want to play, what is it? Spore. It makes me want to play Spore. Maybe I should get that again. Play that. Very disappointed it wasn't as easy. Significant amount of debris in orbit around this gas giant. Most of it appears to come from long lost ships of various configurations. Let's research it.
Anomaly found.
Another anomaly. Let's research it.
Special project.
Okay, successfully restored power to the automated shipyards. The facility immediately resumes its interrupted construction order, using what materials it had on hand to build 3 advanced raiders of unknown design. Unfortunately, the ancient facility broke down completely afterwards, has been deemed beyond repair. We've sent crews to the new ships and commissioned them into our fleet. Fantastic. So I've gotten 3 new fleets, 3 new ships, and they've got 2 level 3 lasers and medium coil guns. Very good. So I'm going to send those back home, and I will build. Oh, I'm going to move here first, so I want to upgrade this building to get me a perk. The strong gravity well of Stellaris 4 has pulled in a massive amount of space debris, which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears to be wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris of valuable technology and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. Great. Scientist is leveled up. A thorough geological survey. Dothana 3 by, yep. Uninteresting, okay. All tar blockers have been cleared from that planet. Well, it's not one that's habitable to humans, it's 30%, so great.
System survey complete. System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Efforts to map the surface of this planet have identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It did not appear to have formed naturally. Let's research it. And let's... Oh wait, no, I'm upgrading this surface first. What was previously thought to be an assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Turin 1 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated at 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Turin 1 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science Officer Terra Vicinus has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery. Fantastic. Something moves with near purpose down on Markup 3. We'll research it. I'll research the project and then I'll survey the system. Okay, we got a scientific breakthrough and we would have gotten, what is it, 27 unity. Fantastic. So I'm going to research this one, Corvette build speed. Upgrade that. Now I can upgrade my mineral production. Okay, so now I've got the final one, databank uplinks, which lets my science ships assist in research on my planet, which is great when I can't really explore with them anymore. But I'm going to get that, and that means I've unlocked an Ascension perk. Now, these are all the ones that I can actually get at the moment. Nihilistic acquisition. The notion of self-determination cannot be a moral absolute. Holistic goals clearly outweigh individual concerns. So I can raid and bombard other planets. I've got interstellar dominion. The stars beckon and we follow. May nothing stand between us and them. So starbase influence cost is down and claim influence cost is down. So that's good too. Technology, I get a 10% tech buff. One vision, monthly unity is up 10%. Government ethics attraction is up plus 50%. Mastery of nature, clear blocks 33%, not really worth it. And imperial prerogative, core systems plus 5. Ethics duration, leader cap up, shared destiny. Okay, so none of them I really want. I like this one here. Colossal projects, I need titans and planet killer weapons. That's pretty cool. So what should I get? I'll get one vision. I'll get a unity buff. So that'll give me 10% of the unity. Okay. The dominant species of Markup 3 exhibits unusual intelligence. Science officer Procol Rufius of the Cianamaris is convinced that these creatures' evolution can be accelerated by applying the right technology. Something to keep in mind in the future. Okay, so these have the potential. You can uplift these species. So you've got a species there that isn't sentient or sapient. You can uplift them to help them become a civilization, which is pretty cool. And I'm running out of money. Okay. So guys, I'm going to call it a night for this game, and I will see you all again next time. So please, if you like my stuff, follow, like, subscribe, and see you later. And let me what's going on here? Wait, I can't turn it off. I'll turn it off down here. See you all next time. Bye.